Hi friends, mortgage rates went up again. So what actually makes sense right now? Would it be to buy now, to wait, to refinance, or simply do nothing? For all my friends over here following me and watching every week, thank you so much for being in here, for sharing and reaching out to me. For all the new subscribers, my name is Mike Najm. I'm a realtor and a loan officer here in Orlando, Central Florida, servicing the Florida state. A lot of people are frozen right now. They are watching the headlines, watching the rates, and watching home prices and still not sure what the smartest move is. And here is the truth. A lot of people are asking actually the wrong question. The question isn't just what are the rates doing right now. The better question is what makes the most sense for your goals, for your budget, and your timing. So, on this video, I want to break down a simple way if you are thinking about buying, refinancing, investing, or selling in Central Florida. And here is what matters the most right now. Let's first start with the home buyers. A lot of buyers see the rates go up and they immediately think, that's it, I should wait. But wait for what exactly? Let's be honest. A lower rate, a cheaper house, less competition, or a perfect time that might never feel perfect? Because here is the big trade off that most of the people do not always think about. If the rates come down later, great, but if more buyers jump back in at the same time, would you rather to buy a house in a market where with a slightly higher rate and more room to negotiate, or a lower rate and more competition? That is the kind of questions that buyers should be asking and comparing right now, not just is the rate better than it was last week. Now, let's talk to homeowners. If you already own a home and you're thinking about refinancing, I think a lot of people actually oversimplify this too much. They say, well, if the rate is not lower, refinance does not make sense. But that is not always true. Because the better question is this: what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to consolidate debt, to pull cash out for improvements, or create breathing room, restructure your finances, or fund your other move? These are real life strategy questions, and depending on your goal, the answer might be very different than just looking at the rate alone. Now, for the first time buyers, I see another problem all the time. A lot of people rule themselves out before they ever review the real numbers. They assume they need the perfect credit, huge savings, and the ideal market conditions before they even begin their journey. And sometimes that's completely wrong. So here is a better question for first-time home buyers. Would you rather to keep guessing for another year or spend a few minutes and find out what actually is possible? Now let's talk about my friends, the real estate investors. If you are looking at a short-term rental or a fixer-upper, this market is not about emotion. It's all about math. Would you rather to buy the prettier property with the weaker numbers or less exciting one with the stronger upside and a better plan? That is what actually serious real estate investors need to be asking right now. They should be checking payments, reserves, renovation costs, financing structure, and exit strategy, and the holding time. That matters a lot more than just the hype. And for the sellers, here is the question: would you rather to list high and let it sit, or price smart and create stronger attention from serious buyers? Because in this kind of market, pricing, presentation, and positioning matters more. Buyers are still active out there, but they are more selective and they are more payment conscious. So if you're trying to figure out what makes the most sense right now? Buying, waiting, refinancing, investing, or selling? Stop reading the headlines and make the decision that's best for you. Reach out and let's compare the trade offs, the timing, the full payment, and your bigger goal. I would love to know your thoughts. What makes more sense for you right now? To buy now, to negotiate, or to wait and hope for the rates to improve? Drop that in the comments. And if you want help reviewing your own scenario, message me the word plan. We can go over your numbers, your strategy, and what might make the most sense for you right now. If this video helped you think through in a better way, please like it and subscribe and share it with someone else who might be stuck trying to decide what to do next. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.